Most Canadians think the solution to rising costs is simple. Work harder, get a raise, and life gets easier. But what if I told you that in 2026, a 5% raise could actually leave you with less money in your pocket than you have today? Because there is a silent tax quietly eating away at your progress called bracket creep. And today I'm going to show you exactly how it works and the 2026 blueprint you can use to beat it before it hits your bank account. Now, before we go any further, let me ask you something. Have you ever received a raise and then a few months later looked at your bank account and thought, why doesn't this feel like more money? You worked harder. You earned more. Your salary went up. But somehow your financial life didn't improve the way you expected. That feeling is not in your head. There is a real economic force behind it. And most Canadians have never even heard of it. It's called bracket creep. And it's one of the most powerful invisible taxes in the entire system. Here's how it works. Canada has what's called a progressive tax system. That means the more income you earn, the higher the tax rate applied to the next portion of your income. Now, in theory, tax brackets are adjusted for inflation every year. But here's the problem. The adjustment often lags behind the real cost of living. Your rent might jump 10%. Groceries might jump 8%. Insurance might jump 12%. But the tax brackets move much slower. So what happens? You get a raise that is supposed to keep up with inflation. But that raise pushes a larger portion of your income into a higher tax bracket. And suddenly, the government is taking a bigger percentage of your earnings without ever announcing a tax increase. Think about how clever that system is. They don't need to raise taxes publicly. They just let inflation quietly push your income higher until the tax system captures more of it. That's bracket creep. And once you understand it, you start seeing it everywhere. Let's walk through a simple example. Imagine a Canadian earning $75,000 per year. They receive a raise to $80,000. On paper, that looks like progress. $5,000 more income. But once taxes, CPP contributions, EI contributions, and inflation are factored in, the reality becomes very different. A large portion of that raise is immediately taxed at a higher marginal rate. Your CPP contributions increase. Your take-home improvement becomes smaller than expected. Meanwhile, the cost of groceries, housing, and transportation continues rising. The result is a strange financial illusion. You're technically earning more money, but your purchasing power barely changes. Sometimes it even gets worse. And here's where things become even more interesting in 2026. Because 2026 introduces what I call the double whammy. Bracket creep on one side and CPP2 expansion on the other. You may have heard about CPP2 already. The government expanded the Canada Pension Plan to increase future retirement benefits, which sounds great in theory, but the trade-off is higher payroll deductions today. CPP now has two earning ceilings: the original maximum pensionable earnings level and the new CPP2 ceiling above that. So as incomes rise and cross these thresholds, workers begin contributing significantly more, which means your paycheck gets squeezed from multiple directions at once. Taxes increase, CPP contributions increase, and inflation continues eroding purchasing power. Let's walk through a real middle-class example. Imagine someone earning $75,000 today. They receive raises over the next couple of years and eventually reach $85,000. That sounds like a big improvement. $10,000 more salary. But now look at what actually happens. A larger portion of their income falls into a higher tax bracket. Their CPP contributions increase. Payroll deductions increase. And their effective take-home improvement becomes far smaller than expected. When you combine taxes, CPP2 expansion, and inflation, that $10,000 raise might translate into only a few $1,000s of actual purchasing power. That's the invisible squeeze happening across the country. And this is why so many Canadians feel like they are running faster, but getting nowhere. They are working harder. They are earning more. But the system quietly absorbs the progress. Now I know what many of you are thinking. You've probably seen the comments under my videos. People saying the government is greedy. People saying the system is broken. And I understand that frustration. But here's the reality. The tax system isn't necessarily trying to trick you. It's just designed in a way that benefits people who understand it and penalizes people who don't. Once you understand how bracket creep works, you can actually start playing a completely different game. Because the key to beating invisible taxes is controlling your taxable income. Let me explain what that means. Your taxable income determines which tax brackets apply to you. If you can strategically lower that taxable income, you can reduce the amount of money taxed at higher rates. And one of the most powerful tools for doing that in Canada is the RRSP. When you contribute to an RRSP, you reduce your taxable income for that year. So imagine you earned $85,000, but you contribute $10,000 to your RRSP. Your taxable income drops to $75,000. That means you may move back into a lower tax bracket, which reduces the invisible tax pressure created by bracket creep. This strategy becomes even more powerful during years when you receive raises or bonuses. Instead of letting that additional income push you into higher tax brackets, you redirect part of it into tax-sheltered accounts. Now let's talk about the second layer of your defense strategy, tax-free growth. Because while RRSPs reduce taxable income today, TFSAs protect your future investment growth from taxes entirely. And that matters more than most people realize. If you invest inside a TFSA, your capital gains, dividends, and interest grow tax-free. That means inflation and bracket creep cannot touch those gains. Over long periods of time, this becomes incredibly powerful. Imagine two investors. Both earn the same income. Both invest the same amount. But one invests in taxable accounts, while the other uses TFSA and RSP strategies. After 20 years, the difference in after-tax wealth can be enormous. Not because one person earned more, but because one person understood how the system works, and the other didn't. Now let's briefly talk about tax-efficient investing. Another strategy that many Canadians overlook is the use of dividend tax credits. Canadian eligible dividends receive special tax treatment. That means the tax burden on Canadian dividend income can be significantly lower compared to other forms of income. For investors who structure their portfolios properly, this can create more tax-efficient income streams. Again, this doesn't eliminate taxes completely, but it reduces the drag created by invisible taxes. Now here's the bigger lesson in all of this. The financial system isn't designed for you to simply work harder and automatically get ahead. It rewards people who understand the rules. And once you understand the invisible tax system, you stop thinking only about earning more. You start thinking about keeping more. Because at the end of the day, wealth isn't just about income. It's about how much of that income you actually keep. And the difference between those two things can be massive. So here's my real talk moment. The system is not designed for you to win easily. It's designed for you to keep running, work harder, earn more, pay more, repeat. But the moment you understand bracket creep and invisible taxes, you start playing a completely different game. Instead of reacting to the system, you start positioning yourself around it. You use RRSP contributions strategically. You maximize TFSA growth. You focus on tax-efficient investments. And suddenly your raises start working for you instead of against you. If you made it this far in the video, you now understand something most Canadians never even hear about: the invisible tax. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So here's what I want you to do. Comment the word survive below. If enough of your comments survive, I'll release my 2026 tax bracket calculator so you can see exactly where bracket creep might hit your income. And if you're worried about how rising costs and interest rates might affect your mortgage, you should watch my video on the 2026 mortgage cliff next. Because the financial pressures Canadians are about to face are deeply connected. And the more you understand them, the better prepared you'll be.